Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Roderick McDaniels claims his daughter left him on the hook for her apartment after she broke the lease he co-signed.
All rise.
Winter McDaniels says her father should have helped pay the additional bills that piled up.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone.
Good day, Your Honor.
This is the case of McDaniels versus McDaniels. Mr. McDaniels, you are suing your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
For $3,200. You say she owes you the penalty fee for breaking an apartment lease. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, correct.
And Ms. McDaniels, you say you don't owe your father anything.
No, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. McDaniels, to help your daughter get an apartment, or what happened?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, I'm here suing my daughter because she came to me asking for help getting an apartment, so I paid the deposit and the rental agreement for the lease. And first of all, Your Honor, she was in a marriage, and she's divorced now, but her husband put her out, so she came asking me for help. I offered for her to come stay with me, but she wanted her own place, and I respected that, so I went and got her the...
Did you have kids, Ms. McDaniels?
Yes, ma'am, I do now.
Okay, you do now, but you didn't have children when you asked your dad to help you?
Not at the time, no, ma'am.
All right, and so, Dad, Mr. McDaniels, you said you gave her the deposit. Did you also co-sign on the lease with her, or you just gave her money?
I gave her the money and co-signed.
And how much was the money you gave her?
I gave her $860, I believe, for the first month, and I have the proof here that I co-signed as well.
All right, I'd like to see that, please.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So you signed the lease here.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what happens, Ms. McDaniels? Your dad helps you get into a place. Why is he suing you for $3,200?
Well, Your Honor, my biological sperm donor, because I don't think a father would do something like this. I was going through a hard time. I was going through a divorce. Well, I went through a divorce, and we were living with his mom.
You called him a biological sperm donor.
Yes, Your Honor.
But he wasn't a biological sperm donor when he gave $860. He was daddy then, I'm sure. It wasn't even dad then. It was daddy, I need help.
Correct.
Okay. So now you're mad because he's suing you. So
Yeah.
now he's a biological sperm donor. And I want to ask you, so why'd you have to break the lease?
I had to break the lease because I couldn't afford the bills.
Your Honor, I
After
believe...
he had asked you, you could just stay with him.
Your Honor, I needed my own space.
So you also need to know how to afford that own space.
Yes, and at first I was doing okay, but then the bills started piling up because they cut my hours at work. I had a lot going on, and he said that he was going to support me because he didn't support me when I was growing up.
Have you taken that issue up with your mother as well?
Yes, I have. I asked her, you know, where's my dad when I was growing up? But of course, you know, they had their own thing going on, and I needed to stay in the child's place.
But now, even with that, your dad has brought in an affidavit from Helicia Reynolds. Now that's
the mother. That's her mother.
Her mom.
Her mom.
And you brought it in.
Yeah, and we don't agree on anything, Your Honor, but this matter right here we agree upon.
Saying she's observed Stefan's actions and behavior. Who's Stefan?
Her new boyfriend, the one that's older than me, and I'm in my 50s.
So now you dating a man older than your dad.
Your Honor, we have a child together.
Okay, so your mother states in her affidavit that I believe that I've observed Stefan's actions and behaviors towards Winter, and his extravagant gestures and spending aren't genuine expressions of love, but rather calculated maneuvers to impress her and advance his own interests. The man is looking for a nurse. She goes on to say, based on my interactions with Stefan and my observations of his interactions with Winter, I am of the opinion that he's not a man of substance and his intentions towards my daughter may not be sincere. I'm concerned that Stefan may be exploiting Winter's vulnerability and naivete for his own gain, particularly in pursuit of a caregiver or nurse. Okay, this is a lot. So obviously your dad or your mother don't like your new boyfriend.
Exactly.
Now, they ain't the first parents and won't be the last. And given what you said, a lot of women, and I'm not generalizing, but it has been studied that some women who like older men also deal with paternity issues, not necessarily a question of paternity, but maybe an absence of a father in their lives in the way, and that older man represents that type of care and security. Is that what you think you're doing?
I love him, Your Honor.
All right.
I really love him, and he does everything that my father just does not do.
Now, as much as I want to run a full counseling session here today, I don't have time.
Coming up.
You know good and well when you sign that lease, you old enough to know, and you sure enough got enough to say. So you must know that when you signed it, you took responsibility.
And later.
We were in the waiting room, and she went to the bathroom, and, you know, turns out she wasn't coming back. So I texted, called her.
Oh, she left you?
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. We're back with a dispute between Roderick McDaniels and his daughter Winter McDaniels over a broken lease.
And so this suit was brought for $3,200
Yes, ma'am.
for a lease.
Yes, ma'am.
That you co-signed.
Yes, ma'am.
What I'm trying to understand is once she broke the lease, I see here in the agreement that any tenant that breaks the lease will have a penalty of $3,200,
Yes,
which
ma'am.
will be payable to the landlord. So you paid that?
Yes, ma'am.
Because the lease was in your name.
I was stuck with it, yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. That's what that cosign means.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a lot of people that learn that the hard way, right, Gallery?
Yep.
Can I add
Anybody
one
out
thing?
there learn that the hard way?
Your Honor, can I add one
Okay.
thing?
Woo! Mr. McDaniels,
I'm sorry.
take a breath.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
You about to wear me out.
I don't want to do that. I'm sorry.
My Lord, I'm glad you understand your case and ready to present, but my Lord, take a breath.
Okay. We'll do.
I'm trying to figure out how you think you deserve $3,200 or your daughter owes you. You felt like you guys had a contract, an agreement?
No.
You don't feel like you had an agreement?
Well, Your Honor, it's not even about the money for me. It's about teaching her that life.
If one more person comes in here and wastes my time, talks me down to the ground for 15 minutes straight, suing for money, but then tell me it ain't about the money. If y'all don't learn how to resolve these issues in y'all's family room, instead of coming up here and wasting time in the courtroom and taking it away from people who really do need resolution, you know good and well when you sign that lease, you old enough to know, and you sure enough got enough to say. So you must know that when you signed it, you took responsibility. There's no agreement between you and your daughter. I'm going to sign this lease for you in exchange for this. If you do not live out the lease term, you owe me this. There's no agreement, no meeting of the minds. You just help your daughter out. You got on the lease. Once you get on the lease, you're responsible for it.
Okay.
And the truth is, you talking about, oh, it really ain't about the money for me. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to tell me what it is about for you, and then we can move on.
Okay, well, I just wanted to learn responsibilities and to pick better people in her life. The guy that she's with, Your Honor, if he's really supporting her, he's not even here. If he was really supporting her, he would be here supporting her now.
He's working.
I just wanted to learn lessons of life, Your Honor. If it wasn't me suing her, it would be another landlord suing her for the same thing.
As a parent, I get it. When you're really trying to teach your child responsibilities and they're older, right? My son's only 13, but I even noticed this in his development. You have to employ different tactics as they get older. Any parents out there? What used to work when they were 5 doesn't work when they're 10. And then it doesn't work when they're 12. Because the truth is, even though you might have resented him, when you needed him, in this instance, he was there. Because he loves you. Because I wouldn't co-sign no lease.
Finally.
Especially not with a separate and independent agreement about what your responsibilities were if, in fact, you broke the lease. You acting like a little kid. Just out here signing leases and getting people tied up financially and their credit on the line and then walking out. Now, y'all done wasted my time today, but I hope you've started to learn some lessons. No, Mr. McDaniels, your daughter does not owe you the $3,200 under the law. Now, does she owe it to you from a daughter to a dad? Yes. But once you got on that lease and assumed that full responsibility by basically,
It's mine.
yeah, you did. That's what you signed. It's right there.
Yes.
You're responsible for that $3,200, so I have to dismiss your case.
Okay.
But I hope, for your sake, that you all start more daddy-daughter dialogue that's not crouched in an emergency, right? You all have things to discuss and things to work through. I suggest you get some counseling, and I think it can help work through your issues and Ms. McDaniels through some of yours as well, so that you don't pass those things down to your children. Because oftentimes, these familial dysfunctions, right, they are generational, and you carry them through generation after generation. You understand? I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
I'm happy the judge ruled in my favor, and hopefully me and my dad can build a better relationship, and he can be inside of his granddaughter's life.
Coming up,
It's not like I put a gun to
This
her
is
head.
a waste of time because you're going to lose today, so let's just figure out. Miss Washington, did you enjoy the sex?
Sometimes.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Jake Ringer claims he ended up with a painful spider bite after hooking up with the defendant at her home. Diane Washington says she told Mr. Ringer that an exterminator had just sprayed her place, but he insisted that spiders are no big deal.
Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Ringer versus Washington. Mr. Ringer, you are suing Ms. Washington for $962.50. You say the defendant left you stranded at the ER after you were bitten by a spider in her home. Is that correct?
That's correct.
What's your relationship to Ms. Washington?
Well, Your Honor, I met Miss Washington on a dating app. We had been hooking up, let's say, or hanging out for a few months, and yeah, one day I just was, deciding where to hang out, and I didn't really want to take her to my place. I felt like, I don't really want to bring her around my friends. At that time, I just wasn't ready for that. So
Ms. Washington, you were okay with this hookup app and y'all hooking up?
When it started that way, yes, but we were together for 4 months. And, at that point, it's not casual anymore. We're seeing each other every day. He's texting me all the time.
Were you seeing each other every day, Mr. Ringer?
it was like a few times a week.
Okay.
And so I asked, could we go to your place? And she did mention that there was a spider infestation of sorts.
Oh, just happened to say that.
I just included it. She did mention that there was an exterminator that came by and sprayed the spiders. So I felt like there was no risk there. So I decided to go and hang out at her house. Then at around 3 a.m., I felt a searing pain in my left ear. And so Diane checked my ear and said it was super swollen. And she proceeded to drive me to the ER at around 5 a.m. But we were in the waiting room, and she went to the bathroom and, thought she was using the toilet a little bit long, but turns out she wasn't coming back. So I texted, called her.
Oh, she left you?
Coming up,
His phone lit up with a text message from one of his friends, laughing at a message that he had sent, which said, "I can't wife her, she's for the streets."
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Jake Ringer, who brought Diane Washington to court over an encounter with a spider.
She left me.
Did you leave him, Miss Washington?
Yes.
I thought that was your boyfriend.
I thought so too, but while we were in the ER waiting, I have some evidence here.
Oh.
While we were waiting in the ER, his phone lit up with a text message from one of his friends, laughing at a message that he had sent, which said, "I can't wife her, she's for the streets." Which, you know, when you see that someone's talking
I can't
trash,
wife her, she's for the streets?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what he texts about you?
Yes. I just couldn't take it. I was humiliated, I was embarrassed, and I had to go. I figured I was doing him a favor by ending the relationship there and not making him confront his issues. So.
All right. And then I can see an exchange with your landlord that says, "I noticed some spiders. Can you exterminate?" Landlord says, "I can spray. Spiders have been sprayed. Should take up to 2 days to get them all out." So now this is you and Jake talking. You have plans tonight. I'm free. There's been some bugs in my apartment, but the landlord sprayed them. Could we go to your place instead? Here you go, Mr. Ringer. I can handle myself in front of a spider. See you at your place in 30. So now you suing her for $962. Do you have any evidence of what this $962.50 is about?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me see it.
Yep, the money amounts to the medical bill that she left me stranded with and the ride share home since she took me to the ER and I had no way back.
You really think, Mr. Ringer, that you're going to go over some girl's house, have sex with her, get bit by a spider when she told you before you came there's some spiders in there and they had sprayed, but you still brought your little self on over there for your casual sex? You know, I'm telling you, young people out here having sex as a sport.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
Your Honor, if I may, she was getting just as much out of the situation as I was.
Oh, was she?
I
She
hope
didn't
she
get
was
what she
enjoying the
wanted.
sex. I mean,
was she enjoying the sex?
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like I put a gun to her
This is
head.
a waste of time because you're going to lose today, so let's just figure out. Miss Washington, did you enjoy the sex?
Sometimes.
She had to be truthful.
Lordy be. Well, all I can say is this. Mr. Ringer, listen. You went over there and assumed a risk. You knew that there were a few spiders. It's just that. Have you ever heard the phrase, play silly games, win silly prizes? Bingo, you're a winner. Case dismissed. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Any final thoughts with each other?
I only wish she'd been a Black Widow.
You could have just talked to me about it.
Please follow me this way.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.